Good afternoon. My name is Zev Spitz. I'm the Associate Rabbi of the Bayit in Toronto and a member of the RCA Executive. Thank you to all those from the RCA who helped arrange this Devar Torah and for all the work you do. Parshas Kiseitse contains numerous cases of cause and effect. The Parsha begins with the laws of the Eshes Yifas Toar, the captive woman. This is immediately followed by the Parsha of the Isha Snua, the hated wife, which is followed by the Ben Sorer Mora, the wayward and rebellious son. Rashi in Perek Chaf Aleph, Pasuk Yud Aleph, tells us, "V'lakachta l'chol isha, lo dibra Torah ela keneged yetzer hara, she'imena Kadosh Baruch Hu matira, yisa'ena be'isser, aval im nasa sofo lio sona, shenemar, acharav ki tiyena le'ish, v'sofo laholid mimena ben sorer umora, lekach nismechu parshios halalu." And Rashi is telling us is that this is a chain reaction. Taking a captive woman as a wife will lead to numerous family tragedies. Later in the Parsha, when discussing the case of Motzi Shemer, the defamation of a married woman, Rashi tells us something very similar. In Perek Chav Beis, Pasuk Yud Dalid, Rashi tells us, "V'sam la alilos devarim, avera goreres avera, avar al lo tisna, sofo lavo lide lashon hara." And Rashi again tells us that this is also a chain reaction. The avera of hating this woman leads to the avera of speaking lashon hara about her. On the other hand, Rashi points out that the reverse is true as well. Mitzvah goreres mitzvah. One mitzvah leads to another mitzvah. And he does so in the context of building a new home. In Perek Chav Beis, Pasuk Ches, Rashi says, "Ki sivneh bayis chadash, im kiyamta mitzvahs shiluach hakein, sovcha livnos bayis chadash, utikaye mitzvahs makeh, she mitzvah goreres mitzvah, v'tagia lekerem, v'sadeh, ulebegadim naim, lekach nismechu parshios halalu." And what Rashi is telling us is that if one keeps the mitzvah of shiluach hakein, he will end up building a house, and he will end up being mekayim the mitzvah of makeh. And if he does that, he will end up with nice fields and nice clothing, and he'll be able to be mekayim the mitzvah of tzitzis as well. And what's interesting is that the cause and effect of the negative makes much more sense than the cause and effect of the positive. It makes sense that hate will lead to terrible things, and that engaging in a relationship with a war captive will lead to strained family relations. But what does Shiluach HaKain have to do with building a new house? What does it have to do with being Mekayim, the mitzvah of Makeh? And what do these have to do with nice clothing, with the mitzvah of tzitzis? So the Divrei Shol suggests that the amount of hashgacha that a person has from HaKadosh Baruch Hu is directly related to the amount of hasaga that a person has of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. A person who, quote-unquote, leaves Hashem out of his life by engaging in various averos and prohibitions will be left by HaKadosh Baruch Hu to the natural cause and effects of the world, which in his case will be a cycle of sin and negativity. A person who, quote-unquote, brings HaKadosh Baruch Hu into his life by engaging in various mitzvos, in various positive behavior, will have a high level of hashgacha from Hashem, who will present opportunities for more mitzvos and more positivity, opportunities that in the natural cause and effects of the world would have otherwise not been provided to him. May we all be zochet to invite HaKadosh Baruch Hu into our lives, to constantly have a hasaga of HaKadosh Baruch Hu in our lives, and by doing so, may we be zochet for HaKadosh Baruch Hu to reciprocate and to fill our lives with much hashgacha and much bracha. Thank you so much.